Welcome to Crush It and Convert Internet Leads, Real Estate Internet Leads. I am Sandy McAlpine, your host, and I am owner of Savvy Agent Academy. And today we're going to just talk about controlling the call. What do you do when you get internet leads? Why are they so hard to convert? We're going to talk about the psychology of the internet lead and give you tips and strategies for converting them and making more money. So if you're going to invest money into purchasing internet leads, or you're getting them from your team or your brokerage, then this is the video for you. Okay, so let's get right into it. Again, my name is Sandy McAlpine. I am a broker in charge. I run teams in several locations: Charlotte, Lake Norman, Myrtle Beach, and Charleston. So I'm in the Carolinas, and I'm going to get right into it. So I am very passionate, you guys, about teaching agents lead conversion. I've been doing this for a really long time. 26 years, I've converted leads for tons of different businesses. My team has consistently been 7, 8, 9 years now in the hundreds of transactions. We have a huge 40,000 person database. I have been a RE/MAX franchise owner for many years. I've owned my own brokerage for many years. And now I'm helping grow RE/MAX Results. It's one of the largest RE/MAX franchises on the Southeast. I had lived in North Carolina since 1993, and as of 2023, I now call Myrtle Beach my primary residence. I still sell actively in Charlotte and Lake Norman, so that's just a shameless plug on my part. If you guys have any referrals, I appreciate them. I have 2 children, 11 and 13, and 4 pets, cats and dogs, and my husband is an engineer. All right, so if you're struggling to get leads to meet with you or respond to you or talk to you, and you're confused about what to say, this is the webinar for you. If you're watching others sell 20 to 30 homes with these leads and making it look easy, this is what they know and you don't. So I'm going to teach you how to control the call and how to convert the leads so that you can make more money. We do not want to spend hundreds of dollars on internet leads and not make money. So what makes me qualified to teach you this? All right. I have sold over 1,500 homes. Now, I have been involved with my team members on every sale. I have been on over 700 listings. So that kind of gives you an idea of the millions of volume that we've closed. I've trained hundreds of agents, not only on my team over the years, but also through the brokerage. I've been a broker in charge that whole time and have a ton of lending and credit signing experience. I have lots of designations. I've run for board positions at MLS. I also have planned 340 plus events for groups and charities, and I do have a marketing degree. I have gotten a certified negotiator skill set, and I've also run with the RE/MAX Elite group for many years, and we are a Zillow Flex team. You guys, to get into Zillow Flex, you have to have a closing ratio that's pretty high. You have to be able to convert at a high rate. In other words, to qualify for their Flex program, that is where you only pay Zillow a referral fee at closing, but you get the leads for free up front. Okay, so here I'm going to talk to you guys about the life cycle of the lead. Obviously, you're going to spend the most time following up the client experience, right? You're not going to spend the most time actually converting them or being under contract. You're going to spend months and months of following up. And most agents give up way too soon and do not follow up enough and give up on the lead. So here's some funny things I share with my students about Zillow leads and internet leads, where people put in, horrible information, and a lot of them go on Zillow. They have no idea that they're being redirected to a buyer agent and not necessarily the listing agent of the property that they're inquiring on. So here are some lead sources that I recommend. If you're looking for leads, you're looking to purchase leads, here is a list of leads, and I can leave the screen up. You can take a screenshot of it. Here's an accurate list of what I have seen today in the market, who's selling leads, how you can get leads. There's so many different kinds of leads. There's actually a referral list, also a referral where you don't pay for leads up front, you pay after at closing, on the link in my bio. If you need that link, you can also DM me. It's a totally free list. So next, we're going to talk about following up. Obviously, Remax uses KV Core, and I'm not here trying to recruit you for Remax, but KV Core platform is Bold Trail, and they're giving it free to the agents at Remax, but you may use another type of CRM like Lofty or Follow Up Boss. There's so many different ones. Brian Buffini's Referral Maker. There's Propel. I work with Lisa Alford on trying to get Propel out to the masses because she is a small business, women-owned business. She invented Propel. She's a real estate agent, and she made a very easy to use CRM for people who are not tech savvy. And it's so easy and has all the bells and whistles in it for a really inexpensive price. So most CRMs, if you don't get them for free from your brokerage, they do cost you money. But what they do is it replaces a bunch of spreadsheets and puts all of your client data in one place. You can see how often you've reached out to them. You can see when their birthday is, when their anniversary is. It'll give you reminders and also send these people automated drip campaigns if you so choose to set it up. So it automates a lot of processes where you can still have more time to go out in the field and work your clients that you're working with now while still nurturing the clients that you're not working with, but you intend to work with in the future. So this is literally what we're going to be talking about, is being able to have a high volume of touches to multiple people in your database so that when one is ready, you are right there. That is the whole point of it. When someone is ready, you want to be right there. If you're not right there, they're going to grab someone else. So the reason you have to be obsessive with follow-up is because people are inundated with emails every day, spam mail. They're inundated with spam text. They're getting videos shot at them in every app you can imagine. All the social apps are just consuming content. And so the marketing rules nowadays, it used to be 7 back 20 years ago, that someone had to see something 7 times to be able to know it or recognize it. And so marketing roles are 12 to 17 times that someone needs to see your branding and advertising in order to use you. And you want to remember this, like seriously remember this, because a lot of agents give up at the 7th time. And this is where you're going to lose opportunities. And so what I want to teach you guys today is you need to change your mindset into like, this is a marathon, not a sprint. And that most of the agents that sold a person a home have not followed up with their past clients. You have the opportunity to pick them up as a client. That leads cost between $10 and $250 a piece. So you need to nurture them like your life depends on it. You need to have the mindset that they need you. They need you and not someone else. And you also need to know that, like, it's a numbers game. This is volume. And you need to have 25 2-minute conversations a week in order to keep up and nurture all of these leads. So you have to choose your heart. You guys, you can do open houses and sit at an open house for 3 hours, or you can door knock, or you can call and talk to 25 people, AKA leads in your database. There's lots of pillars of business and lots of ways to do business, but this is just one of them. So I tell people, time block 2 to 3 hours a day, and you can literally make so much happen in your pipeline. And just remember, the life cycle of a lead is 12 to 18 months. That's how far in advance they start researching on the internet. I always also remind prospects that they entered the info into the website. They gave us their phone number and email. And the story that I tell about the Black House White Market. So if you go into a store, like a boutique, like Black House White Market, you go in and you're looking for maybe some pants or something, but you're not sure. You might want to browse a little bit. So as soon as you walk into the door, the people that work there, the sales associate says, "Hey, can I help you?" And your instant response is usually like, "Oh no, I'm good. Thank you so much." And you walk away and you walk towards the pants. And maybe you stop and you look at some other sweaters or something like that. And someone else maybe comes by and says, "Hey, is there anything can I start you a dressing room?" And you're like, "Oh no, I'm good. Thank you so much." And you just can't be bothered. But by the time that you've browsed enough and you've actually found some things that you want to try on, like a dress, maybe the sweater, maybe you found the pants in your size, and you're looking all around and you cannot find an associate. You cannot find the person who, cornered you at the front door, but you grab the first person who just seems to be right there and say, "Can you please start me a room?" And they do. So that's what I mean by you kind of need to be right there when they're ready. And we'll never know when they're ready. And usually what they tell us when they're ready, like, "I'm going to be ready in a year," I would actually chop that in half, because within 6 months, they might just buy something and you'll be devastated when you reach out to them in 10 months and find out they already bought. So this is pretty typical. So here's some more little funny memes that I would show my students. People really have call reluctance. They don't like following up and they hate sending emails. They feel like their emails are full of spam and trash. And why would somebody else want to look at their emails? And, you can never follow up too much. You're spending so much money on these leads. Why would you not follow up until your life depended on it? Think about how much money you're spending and that these people entered their information into the web. So they had some kind of intent. Yes, once in a while, they're going to tell you that they were just messing around or whatever, but here we are. So I want to inspire you. This guy right here, Quintavious Burdett, has been working at RE/MAX for 5-6 years. Sold like 100 homes his first year. Had no idea what he's doing. Second year, I think he did over $1 million gross commission income. Third year, 2 million. Fourth year, 2 million. Fifth year, 2 million. This guy's on fire. Okay. He's on fire. He has no excuses. This man took what was told to him, controlled the call, and made 2 to 3 hours of dials a day, a minimum 5 to 6 days a week. Okay. He crushed it. He sells 300 plus homes a year. He controls his listings and he literally dials on the phone and it's leads, you guys. And most of the leads that he calls did not even raise their hand. Okay. I'm going to show you what his schedule looks like. Look at this schedule. Okay. Morning, lunch, and night. He literally makes 200 calls at a time. 150 calls, 100 calls, 200 calls. And he had follow up in here. He had study the market. He had, reach out, call, text his buyers and sellers. He had meet with his manager, pass out 50 business cards at a location, door knock after 5 p.m. Okay. And he had rest built in. It's not complicated. You guys can sit down. If he can do this and sell 300 homes a year, you guys can sit down and make a couple hours of calls every day. So lead roles, texting. Texting is huge right now. You can get someone to text you back much easier than you can get them on the phone. But I promise you can still get people on the phone to have a conversation. Getting them on the phone is the first and foremost most important thing, because you can build rapport in a phone call and also set an appointment. It's much easier than texting, but if you have to start texting to get them to respond, to get them to enter into a phone meeting, so be it. If you can't get the in-person meeting, get the phone meeting. You are 90% more successful if you call, text, and email within the first 5 minutes of getting the lead. Remember, they're literally sitting at their computer right now, but their attention span is like within a few minutes, they're on to another website. You've lost them. It will go down to 10%. And then you are literally have to be so obsessive trying to reach this person, because remember, you're helping them. You automatically need to set them up on receiving listing alerts based on the information they provided when they gave you the lead. You should know it. It's not going to be rocket science. You should know what kind of home they're looking at. They usually ask questions on a specific home on an internet lead. So you're going to reach out. If you can't get in touch, 40 attempts, call, text, email, call 2 to 3 times a week for 30 days, then release to the pond to start a drip campaign. Video them monthly. So the drip is going to do the work for you. And every month you're going to video text them, or you're going to reach out to them and say, hey, I'm still trying to get in touch. You had, went on our website and showed some intent to buy a home in Myrtle Beach. I just want to make sure that I'm the person you pick when you're ready to buy. That's it. Doesn't have to be complicated. So the script, if you get someone on the phone, is ALM. Hey, when would you like to see 123 Main Street? Set the appointment. Awesome. Thursday at 2 o'clock. Great. Are you looking in any other areas besides Myrtle Beach or Charlotte? Have you been looking at homes? What type of home would you like? What areas would you like to live in? Where do you live now? What made you click on this home and ask about it? What was the intent? So now we're on to motivation. What is your time frame for moving? Do you have a house to sell? Are you in a lease? What made you click on the Zillow link? What made you click on realtor.com today? Ask additional questions. 3 deep. If someone answers, well, I really like Cornelius, North Carolina. What do you like about it? Oh, I think the schools are great. Awesome. Do you have kids? How old are they? Just keep going, you guys. Keep asking more questions after they answer the question. You're trying to create rapport. You have to get past 2 minutes to create real rapport with someone on the phone. And you need to ask, what type of home are they looking for? Do they have a home to sell? Where is the home? How much is it worth? Do they owe money on it? These are all questions you can ask someone, and I promise you they will answer. They answer us all the time. So here's the mind of a lead, or an opportunity as we call it. They're in a psychological state of, I'm not sure what I want to do, but I'm sure that I do not want someone to sell to me. They do not want to be sold. They do not want to be married to you. They don't know who you are. You're just some real estate agent on the other end of the phone, on the end of the computer. And all you want to know is, are you guys ready to buy or sell right now? Right? So we want to know, what are the possibilities in this moment? Are they just messing around? I might text them. Are you just messing around the internet? Are you a serious buyer? What is your time frame? They might say, I'm trying to see more photos. I'm just trying to get a value for my home. I'm just curious. I would say, well, what value are you looking for? Is there, if you got the value that you wanted, would you sell today? You can ask qualifying questions or pre-qualifying questions that you should be asking. There's hundreds. Ask more and more questions around what they answer and what made them click to begin with. So here's the psychology about it. This is what you have to think when you're dialing these leads. What are they trying to do? How can you help them? When do they need help? Can you do a video and FaceTime tours? Yes. Can you guys preview homes and make a preview appointment and FaceTime video the home for the prospect if they're not in town? So if they're out of town buyers and they're relocating, wouldn't it be helpful if you videoed some homes for them so they could see what they could get for their money and talk about the area? That's the value that you provide. How can they relocate? What are all the problems with relocating, and how are you going to make it seamless for them? So you need to get in touch so you can have those conversations and find out when they're thinking of relocating. If they have a home to sell, wouldn't you like a referral from where they're selling? If they're coming from Pennsylvania and moving to Charlotte, you have an opportunity here to also get a referral if they need you to help them find an agent. Did you know that 87% of buyers bought with the first agent they met? And if they can't see you, you aren't real and there's no loyalty established. So send them the video with your face in it and stop being weird. So objections, common objections, they are the same since the beginning of real estate 50 years ago. When that's the oldest coach I know, Mike Ferry. Interest rates are too high. I'm not ready to look. I'm not in the state to look right now. I'm looking for someone else. I don't know what I'm doing. I need to sell before I buy, and I don't see anything I like. My cousin is an agent. I only want to talk to the listing agent. You guys, these have been the same objections that have been around forever. It's the same objections always. And you need to learn how to handle those objections, what to say. There are objection handling scripts. I have them on the link in my stand store. I'd be happy to send you some, but you can also ask ChatGPT to answer all of these for you. And then you have to practice them. You need to role play with someone you trust. This is very good role playing for internet leads. Here are things that you do not do. And I'm sure somebody's going to argue with me up, down, left, right, whatever about this. But this is, I tell my team, do not do these things. You will be more successful if you do not do these things. Do not pull up the property while you're on the call and talk to them about the property. Tell them you will get the information later. You are driving in the car, whatever, that you don't have it in front of you, but you will get it for them. You are not a waiter or a waitress. Stop giving them information they can find on Zillow. You are not doing a good service by giving them the info and then letting them get it and hang up. You are there to control the call and ask them all the other ALM questions, trying to make an appointment, telling them you will bring the information to them or follow up with the information they are asking. Ask them if they have any more questions about the property. You love questions about the property, but that's all I'm going to say on that. Do not ask them, have you spoke with a lender? That makes people feel like you're asking them their social security. That's like, it's just weird. They don't want to tell you if they spoke with a lender. They don't want to tell you if they're pre-approved. Stop asking them if they're pre-approved right off the bat. You do not know them. You've established zero rapport yet. And it's just kind of a rude question. You can ask them at the buyer consultation when you have it. It's a much better time, not on the call. Your goal on the call is to ask a bunch of pre-qualifying questions, not if they have a lender, because that's a question that only matters to you, not to them. Okay. Now, if they bring it up, absolutely, you can connect them with a lender. If they bring it up that they need to get pre-approved, absolutely. I do talk to them about, sometimes I ask them, do you know how you're going to pay for the home? I rephrase it like that. You do not ask them if they're working with an agent, because the gut response from somebody when you ask them that is, well, yes, because they know 5 real estate agents, but typically they're not signed with anyone. I would ask them, have you been looking at any other homes? If they said yes to that question, I would say, have you signed anything with an agent at that point? That is a better way of asking them if they're working with an agent without asking them straight up. It's just a way to ask them and a better turnout for you. Now, obviously, if they've signed with someone else, we do not want to work with another agent's prospect. And we will say, oh, I'm so sorry. If you've signed with that agent, then you need to be seeing homes with your agent. And I cannot show you homes as you're in a signed agreement. Okay. Don't just book one appointment, book more than one house. You are not a waiter. You need to be a consultant. So after you find out what they want in a home, book the home they inquired on, but also book a couple other showings and take them on a tour, a home tour. That makes you more of a consultant. And don't talk about things you're not qualified to talk about. Don't talk too much about yourself, and ask more questions, and don't wander on the call. They don't care about what you ate for breakfast. All right, you set the appointment. What next? We're going to create rapport at the appointment. You want to ask them more questions after you show up. You want to find commonalities. You want to ask follow-up questions. Did you like this kitchen? What do you feel about the yard? You need to gauge real motivation. You need to ask them again. They told you they were like looking to buy 3 to 6 months. Are you still looking to buy in 3 months? You repeat the answers they gave you with on the call and make sure that you have it correct. Okay. You're going to set next steps. The biggest problem I see the agents doing on calls these days is they're not telling the prospect what we're going to do next on the call. And then when they meet the client, they're not establishing the next steps. Like, okay, after we look at these homes, I'm going to go back to my office and I'm going to send you some different homes since you didn't like these. And I'm going to do all these other things for you. And let's look again this weekend. You need to make a next action for your clients, your new clients, because you're going to work with them. You're going to sign them up on a buyer agency. You're going to show them homes, and now you're working with them. And you're going to make notes in your CRM. You're going to change your stage and status, and you're going to set them up on a search. And then you're going to follow up with them because now they're a hot buyer because they're meeting, showing homes you've met with. It's fantastic. If you juggle like 15 of these or 20 of these, you will have a fantastic year. So what's the best time to make a sales call? Well, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday typically are the best times, but look at Wednesday. It's like a big, big place on this graph. And literally it shows you the best times are like between 4 and 5, 3 and 4 p.m., sometime between 10 and 11 a.m. Those are the best times to call. People are already at work, got through the morning meetings, all that good stuff. And sometimes you can catch them on the commute home. So listen, time blocking. This is a huge deal. A lot of agents do not time block. They have all the good and best intentions of time blocking and making the calls and sitting down to follow up with the leads. And they get busy and they start showing homes and writing offers and they get excited. And then they go 2 weeks without touching their leads. And then they have a big hole in their business. And then next month they have no check coming in. And now they have to start all over again, trying to touch base with all their leads, and then come to find out 1 or 2 of those leads might have bought because they weren't keeping up with them. This happens so much, you guys. I cannot even tell you. It's literally like a leads roller coaster. So you have to be disciplined. You have to spend your time wisely and be really efficient with internet leads. And you have to master the CRM and the drip campaigns and the texting and calling. So now this is a team leader life. This is what I do. I literally listen to calls. I build agent skills around the calls. I inspect all the leads. I obsess over the average reach out attempts. I watch the agents, what they're doing, what they're saying on the calls. We look at, a large number of contact attempts with no result. So we hope that maybe we just need to help the agent with their skills. We have them write emails to their entire database. Email is free, you guys. It's like a secret weapon. We want you to write it, but you can have ChatGPT help you. But listen, it's the highest ROI form of marketing on the planet. So these people should be getting your emails at least once a week. And you should also video at least once a month to your database. A little video of you. I know a lot of you guys are shy. You don't even want to get on the camera, but I'm telling you, it's so important. So what can KV Core? Some of these CRMs are so fancy, you guys. Like I don't make any money on KV Core. I'm just showing you like what a CRM that's really fancy can do. It can scrub the phone number, automate drip campaigns, keep your prospects organized, run ads, run Facebook ads, retarget ads to your people that you already sold homes to. Your follow-up is tracked, your touches are tracked, and you can see your return on your investment for your leads, and you can see your conversion. Okay, that's really huge when you're buying leads. You want to be able to track, did I actually pay back how much I spent, and did I make money? Like most agents have no idea. They're like, oh, I spent $5,000 a month with Zillow, and I have no idea if I've made enough closings this year to pay, the $5,000 a month back. Seriously, $6,000 or 60,000. What is that? 5 times? Yeah, it's a lot of money. Come on. So that's the end of my Crush It and Convert Leads webinar. And here's my contact info on the screen. That is my cell phone number. Please use it wisely. I do still list and sell and run my team. I do these videos to help agents. I want you to be able to not lose thousands of dollars on internet leads and not know how to do them. So I created this webinar several years ago, and I've redone it multiple times because I'm here to help you guys. And I do coach on the side. I do have a community called Savvy Agent Academy, a community. That's a lot to say. And I will post the link on here for you guys if you want to join it. It's free. It has a ton of my resources. I also go live on StreamYard within the group in the events tab, usually on Thursday nights. And I just share what is working for my agents and what should be able to work for you so you can make more money and close more transactions. And I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for being on this webinar.